Welcome to the Painted Peach. I'm Mary, and today we are going to make a primitive sunflower. I have this coconut planter thingy that you get from the Dollar General or anywhere like that during the spring season for your plants. And then I have some of this coffee stained fabric that I have in my stash. And I'm just cutting a circle. I used the little Dollar Tree balloon blow up things that size your balloons to trace my circle. I went all the way around and I cut slits in the fabric. I did 2 of these at one time. I am now going in with some paint, or I'm using chalk paste actually, and I'm painting them with that. I used a little bit of water to help spread that chalk paste out a little bit easier, and then we're going to make sure they're good and dry. I'm just going on the other side and getting some of that spread out so that it'll dry a little easier. Now I have a bigger circle that I'd pre-cut. You can see this one fits inside of the other one really nicely. And this one I'm going to leave mostly tan so that it has a little bit of a different look. I am gluing this onto the cocoa liner, and I'm just using hot glue to do that. Now you can see where we're going with this, right? So now I'm using Mod Podge on my petals. Once this dries, or once I get done creating it, I'm gonna sit it out in the sun and it will dry nice and stiff. So that's what we're going for. I am giving it a little dry with my dryer to try to stiffen it up some for now. Now I'm getting out that bigger piece, and I'm using a coffee stain Mod Podge. I call it Coffee Podge, and I am adding that directly onto my fabric just to darken that up and make it a little bit more primitive. I am adding a little bit of the yellow color to that as well, but I wanted it to be a little darker than the inside petals. Now I'm just giving that a good dry, and we're going to move on and add our front piece to our back piece. I did have to go around and cut the slits a little bit more because it wasn't reaching the other petals, and so I just did that by ripping, and then I trimmed off some of the excess because they were really long. So I went all the way around and just cut until I had it exactly how I wanted it. And this little primitive sunflower, or big primitive sunflower, is coming together. This would be super cute if you did this in bunches, had a few smaller sunflowers and the larger sunflower all hanging together, but today I only made one. You could also do this all in fabric. The center being like a primitive style fabric would be beautiful as well. Now I'm just taking some of that Coffee Podge and I'm rubbing it all over the center of that cocoa liner, and then I'm taking some coffee grinds and I'm just adding it to the top of that. This is going to help with that primitive look as well. Now I'm taking some moss that I got from the Dollar General, and I'm just hot gluing that all the way around the center where my fabric meets the cocoa liner. This will give the illusion of the little green leaves that pop through there. Adding a little bit more coffee to the top just to give that look of primitive and dirtiness. And now I'm taking some little fabric pieces. This is a little bit thicker of a fabric, more like a canvas, and I'm using some coffee stain and adding that all the way around. This is my coffee stain mixture. It has vanilla and cinnamon in it, and instant coffee and water. And then I'm just adding some moss colored chalk paste to the leaves, and we'll add these on once we get our stem. So I just went out into the yard and got me a stick, and that's what we're going to use for our stem. But we're going to use another piece of fabric over the back of it so that it will look like it's the leaves in the back. I want this to be finished all the way around, so I'm just taking that same moss color and I'm painting another piece of fabric to create the leaves on the back. If you take a look at the back of the sunflower, it's nice and green back there. All right, now I'm just hot gluing my stick onto my sunflower, and then we're going to hot glue this piece of fabric right over the back. And there it is. Now we're just going to add our leaves to the end of it. We're going to use a rope to tie it up. And this sunflower is going to be hanging upside down as if it was drying out. I don't know if you've ever dried out sunflowers, but that's how you do it. And then the sunflower seeds just drop right out as it dries out. All right, and this is all finished up. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this primitive sunflower tutorial, and here is the final reveal. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you never miss a thing. Let me know you stopped by in the comments, and as usual, stay peachy. See you soon.